Oceans are the lifeblood of planet Earth. Oceans regulate the climate, produce oxygen, and support a rich diversity of life. The ocean is a vast and complex ecosystem that covers more than 70% of the Earth's surface. It is home to millions of species of plants, animals, and from microscopic plankton to gigantic whales, as well as important natural sources and processes that support life on land. We will explain some of the features of oceans that make them so fascinating and important, which are depth, salinity, and currents. One of the most striking features of the ocean is its depth. The average depth of our ocean is about 3,700 meters, but some parts are much deeper. The deepest point in the ocean is the Mariana Trench, which reaches a depth of 10,994 meters. That is more than the height of Mount Everest. The depth of the ocean affects many aspects of its physical and biological characteristics, such as temperature, pressure, light, and sound. Another feature of the ocean is its salinity, or the amount of salt dissolved in the water. The average salinity of the ocean is about 35 grams per liter, but it varies depending on location and season. Salinity influences the density and buoyancy of seawater, as well as freezing point and chemical composition. Salinity also affects the distribution of and adaptation of marine organisms, as some species can tolerate higher or lower salinity levels than others. A third feature of the ocean is its current or the movement of water in different directions and speeds. Currents are driven by various factors such as wind, gravity, tides, and differences in temperature and salinity. Currents plays a vital role in transporting heat, nutrients, oxygen, and carbon dioxide across the ocean, as well as influencing weather patterns and climate. Currents also affect the migration and dispersal of marine life, as some species use currents to travel long distances or find food. Tides, waves, and currents are natural phenomena that occur in the ocean due to interaction of gravitational forces, wind, and water. These phenomena affect the marine environment, navigation, coastal corrosion, weather, and climate. Tides are the periodic rise and fall of the sea level caused by the gravitational attraction of the moon and the sun and on the earth. Waves are the rhythmic movement of water on the surface of the ocean caused by transfer of energy from the wind. Currents are the continuous flow of water in the specific direction caused by differences in temperature, salinity, density, and wind stress. The distinguishing characteristics between sea and ocean are size, which oceans are much larger than seas. Second is location. Most seas are partially surrounded by land, while oceans are not. Seas are also located within oceans. Third is the depth. Oceans are much deeper than seas. Then the second is the quantity. There are 28 seas and only 5 oceans in the world. The ocean provides many functions that support life on Earth and human well being. We will explore some of the main features of the ocean and why they are important for us. These are oxygen, regulation of climate, force, food and resources, biodiversity, transportation. One of the most obvious functions of the ocean is to produce oxygen. The ocean is home to billions of microscopic plants called phytoplankton, which use sunlight and or convert carbon dioxide to make their own food and release oxygen as a byproduct. Phytoplankton are responsible for about half of the oxygen breathed, making them essential for our survival. Another function of ocean is to regulate the climate. The ocean absorbs a lot of heat from the sun and distributes it around the world through currents and winds. This helps to moderate the temperature extremes between different regions and seasons. The ocean also acts as a carbon sink, absorbing some of the excess carbon dioxide that humans emit into the atmosphere. This helps to slow down the rate of global warming, but also causes ocean acidification, which certain marine life, but there is a way to manage that as well. A third function of the ocean is to provide food and resources. The ocean is a rich source of food, fish, shellfish, seaweed, and other edible products that feed billions of people around the world. The ocean also contains minerals, metals, oil, gas, and other valuable materials that can be extracted for various purposes. A fourth function of the ocean is to support biodiversity. The ocean is the most diverse and complex ecosystem on Earth, hosting millions of species of animals and plants, from microscopic bacteria to giant whales. The ocean also connects different habitats and regions, allowing for the exchange of genes and nutrients. The ocean also provides many ecosystem services such as pollination, pest control, water purification, and coastal protection. Ocean transport is a vital mode of transportation for international trade and commerce. It enables the movement of goods and commodities across large distances and geographical barriers, connecting different markets and regions. Ocean transport has many advantages such as low cost, high capacity, environmental friendliness, and flexibility. The ocean is not a uniform body of water, but rather a dynamic and diverse environment that varies in temperature, salinity, depth, and chemistry. The ocean can be divided into different zones based on these factors, such as the surface zone, where sunlight penetrates and photosynthesis occurs, the twilight zone, where light fades and bioluminescence becomes more common, the midnight zone, where darkness prevails and pressure increases, and the abyssal zone, where the sea floor lies and extreme conditions exist. Some of the consequences of a world without oceans are the global temperature would be more extreme with hotter days and colder nights. The atmosphere would have less moisture and more carbon dioxide. The biodiversity would be reduced and many species would go extinct. The loss of biodiversity would have negative impacts on ecosystems functioning and human well being. Oceans are large bodies of salt water that cover about 71% of the Earth's surface and contain 97% of its water. They also support a rich diversity of life from microscopic algae to giant whales. Oceans are vital for life on Earth as they regulate climate, the carbon cycle, and the water cycle, produce oxygen, provide food and resources. Just think what would happen if there were no currents. Secondly, oceans are a huge body having immense life and supportive functions. How can they function efficiently without a central command and control?